Ladies and gentlemen, returning to defend his title for the 4th time, it's the free-for-all champion! Woo! Yay! So, how's it going, folks? Hopefully you remember the free-for-all champion class setups that I've done for Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2. So now we're going to continue the tradition and take a look at a free-for-all champion class setup for Call of Duty Ghosts. The classic free-for-all game mode has always been my favourite. I'm not personally a guy who likes to play in teams, so I just like to take it upon myself to test my skill against the other players. I did find myself straying away from free-for-all back in Black Ops 2, but despite the huge maps in Call of Duty Ghosts, I've actually found that I quite enjoy it again. You do run into some lobbies which is full of campers, which can really slow the game down, but oftentimes you do get some nice exciting games with people running around and helping make the game quite action-packed. Being Call of Duty means the spawn's a little bit messed up in free-for-all, and you often find yourself running straight into people who spawn in out of thin air, or spawn back in out of your backside and kill you from behind. But once you get to know the traffic flow and the hotspots and the usual spawn points, you can have some really good fun in free-for-all, and I find it's the game mode I can do consistently well. Just a word of warning, you're not going to want to head into free-for-all without a headset. We all know that footstep sounds are definitely back in Call of Duty Ghosts, and they're probably the loudest they've ever been. In pretty quiet game modes such as free-for-all and search and destroy, using your headset to get that kind of sixth sense on the whereabouts of the enemy is really important, and that's going to be one of the main themes for this free-for-all champion setup. So let's jump in and take a look at the setup for the free-for-all champion. There's a weapon that's a perfect fit for our free-for-all theme, and that is the ARX-160. This weapon's got a built-in laser sight which reduces that hipfire spread without the need for the steady aim perk. It's really going to come in handy because most of the gunfights in free-for-all are at close range, where you run into a bad guy around a corner or when they're spawned right in front of you. Also, with there being so many campers and building squatters, that laser sight's always handy to clear out those rooms in a blaze of firepower. The ARX-160 does come along with some drawbacks though. It's got quite heavy recoil, so first of all, I want to go with the grip attachment to help keep it on target. And second up, while it's up close, damage figure is pretty standard, allowing for a 3-shot kill. It does drop off to a 6-shot to kill at long range, so we're going to want to use the muzzle brake to extend that 3-shot kill range as much as possible. This dreadful long-range damage, plus the fact that we're using a muzzle brake, means that we can't run a suppressor, which would usually be a highly recommended attachment choice. But in the case of free-for-all, I actually find that running without a suppressor does help speed up the action, because in some ways you do want to appear on the minimap to help draw people to your location. Otherwise you end up finding that you're just sprinting around the map constantly trying to find people. On those team games, using a suppressor and the off-the-grid perk helps maximise your stealth abilities, so you can go flanking around the back and take out the unexpected enemy team from the side or from behind. The ARX-160 has also got a pretty decent fire rate, which helps with its close range time to kill. So all in all, it makes a perfect choice for our free-for-all champion setup. Once again, we're going to leave out the secondary option, the lethal option and the tactical option in order to put those points towards perks. So moving straight onto those perks, the choices we're going to make are first up the combination of Dead Silence plus the Amplify perk. I've explained the benefits in previous class setups, but Dead Silence is a must for free-for-all to hide your own footstep sounds so you can't be detected by enemy players. If you wear a headset in game, you'll know how obvious it is when someone's in your general vicinity by the clunking of their footsteps on the various surface materials. And with surround sound, you can even detect in which direction they're going to be coming from before they even come into sight. The Amplify perk just enhances this ability even more to give you extreme sixth sense abilities, as well as to detect those other players who are intelligent enough to run Dead Silence. Focus is one perk that I never leave home without. I always find it frustrating when I get my shots on target first but end up missing completely thanks to View Kick. Then Ready Up's a nice little 1-point perk which is easy to slot in, and it gives you that crucial ability of raising your weapon faster after sprinting. The combination of Ready Up plus the tighter hipfire accuracy of the ARX-160 is a really good combination to spray people down with precise hipfire. Then free-for-all can be a really fast-paced game mode when you've got people spawning around you in every direction, so the last two perks we're going to make are to speed up our character's recovery. So first up, we'll go with the ICU perk to help regenerate our health faster. Once you've taken out an enemy in a firefight, you're likely to have incurred some damage, so the ICU perk is just going to help regenerate that health faster, so you're ready to tackle the next bad guy when he spawns just around the next corner. The sleight of hand perk is also going to help replenish your magazine faster, so you're not left in that awkward situation not being able to fire your weapon. You might notice that we're also not running the quick draw perk, which is another quite highly recommended choice. This is a 3-point perk, so it's quite difficult to slot it into our loadouts. But with the case of this free-for-all champion setup, because we're using the dead silence and amplify perks, we're going to get the heads up when an enemy is approaching so we can be ready and aim down sights. Plus we're using the ARX 160, which has that exceptional hip fire accuracy thanks to the laser sight, so anytime we're caught by surprise we can simply spray from the hip without having to rely on trying to snap on target with quick draw. So moving on, let's finish off this free-for-all champion setup with a look at some killstreak rewards. We're going to go with the Assault Strike package in order to choose 3 killstreaks which are going to help speed up and finish off the game. So first off we'll go with the good old SATCOM. This is going to help speed up the game by highlighting the position of enemy players on the map. Unlike in those team game modes, the SATCOM works straight away in free-for-all because obviously you're the only person on your own little team. So rather than having the first SATCOM rely on line of sight, you actually get the traditional scan of all the players on the map who aren't running the off the grid perk. This means you can then simply go around chasing those dots and taking out those campers who are squatting in a corner or trying to control a building. And second up, I did think about going with the guard dog. I thought the idea of having it detect nearby enemies was pretty cool and fitted into the free-for-all theme, but it turned out that they don't really get you that many kills, and the ones that do are always in revenge after you've actually died. So instead we're going to go with the IMS, which is perfect for free-for-all to deter those campers who like to go back to the same portion of the map time and time again. It's always satisfying to plonk this down in a hot spot and then hear it continuously blast enemies as they keep returning to the same spot. These extra kills also help put you on your way to the 30 kill victory. And because we're going to be one of the few mobile players in free-for-all, we're going to choose the Vulture as the third and final killstreak reward. This is basically the new escort drone and it follows you around protecting you from the sky. Having that drone watching your back is really handy, especially when people spawn in behind you. While it doesn't secure a ton of kills, it'll at least give you that protection and help prolong your kill streak without any annoying deaths. So that's my tip for the free-for-all champion class setup for Call of Duty Ghosts. Give it a try and let me know how you get on with it. If you'd have some fun or if you just enjoyed my video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up down below just to help spread the word and share the video with your friends. If you're new to my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, or you can always check out the class setups I've posted so far by clicking the link to the playlist down in the description. While you're in there, don't forget to click those links to Twitter, Facebook and Google Plus to come and say hello and to chat about anything Call of Duty Ghosts related. Otherwise, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.